Insight-Nexus-News, November 9th, 2024. Welcome back to Insight-Nexus-News. I'm Desrin, and today we're diving into the heart of human interaction. What makes it constructive, why it so often breaks down, and how we can improve our ability to connect with one another effectively. Communication is the cornerstone of our personal and professional lives, yet it's something we all struggle with at times. Join me as we explore strategies for building stronger, more constructive relationships through effective communication. Constructive communication, the key to better relationships. Every day, we interact with people from various backgrounds and perspectives. These interactions shape our relationships, influence our moods, and ultimately impact our well-being. Despite our best intentions, misunderstandings are common. What one person means to say can be interpreted entirely differently by the listener. This gap between intent and interpretation is a significant source of conflict. Today, we'll look into some of the root causes and strategies to bridge this gap. Why miscommunication happens. One of the main reasons for misunderstandings is that we all see the world through our own unique lenses. This is influenced by factors like culture, upbringing, personal experiences, and even our current mood. Research in psychology has shown that people interpret messages based on their internal filters, often leading to unintended reactions. For instance, a comment meant as constructive feedback might be received as a personal criticism, not because of the content itself, but because of how the listener perceives it. Another reason is the assumption that others think as we do. It's easy to forget that our values, perspectives, and priorities may differ from those around us. Psychologists call this the false consensus effect, where we project our way of thinking onto others. This can lead to frustration when people respond in ways we didn't expect. The role of nonverbal communication. Communication is about more than words. Nonverbal cues like tone of voice, facial expressions, gestures, and posture convey up to 93% of our message, according to some studies. Misinterpretations can arise when these cues are missing, as in digital communication, or when they are misunderstood. For example, a lighthearted joke might come off as offensive without the right facial expression or tone to clarify intent. Becoming more aware of our nonverbal signals and learning to read others' cues can improve our communication significantly. A key skill here is mindfulness. By paying attention to our own emotions and body language, we can become more authentic and congruent in our interactions. This alignment between our words and body language can build trust and clarity with others. Constructive communication strategies. So how can we bridge these gaps and enhance our ability to communicate? Let's explore a few actionable techniques. 1. Active listening. Often, we listen with the intent to respond rather than to understand. Active listening means fully focusing on the speaker, making eye contact, and avoiding distractions. This demonstrates respect and encourages the speaker to be more open. Phrases like, "Tell me more about that," or "Can you elaborate?" show genuine interest and help clarify any ambiguities in the conversation. 2. Clarification and paraphrasing. To ensure understanding, try paraphrasing what the other person has said. For example, "So what I'm hearing is," or "It sounds like you're saying." This practice confirms understanding and allows the other person to correct any misinterpretations immediately. 3. Using I statements. When discussing difficult topics, using I statements instead of you statements can reduce defensiveness. For instance, saying, "I feel concerned when," instead of "you always," can make a significant difference in how the message is received. 4. Empathy and perspective taking. Putting ourselves in the other person's shoes fosters empathy, allowing us to understand where they are coming from. This doesn't mean we have to agree, but shows we're willing to see their viewpoint. Empathy can transform interactions, particularly when opinions differ, by reducing misunderstandings and promoting collaborative problem solving. Number 5, assertiveness and boundaries. Constructive communication isn't about avoiding conflict, but about addressing it productively. Being assertive, expressing our needs respectfully and openly, can prevent resentment and clarify our boundaries. For example, rather than saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted." The impact of constructive communication in personal and professional life. The benefits of effective communication extend beyond reducing conflict. In personal relationships, it fosters deeper connections, trust, and mutual respect. In professional settings, constructive communication can lead to better teamwork, increased productivity, and a more positive workplace atmosphere. Studies have shown that teams that practice open and honest communication outperform those that don't. In fact, Google's Project Aristotle, a study on team effectiveness, found that psychological safety, where team members feel safe to express themselves, was the single most important factor in successful teams. Teaching constructive communication to children. Teaching children communication skills from an early age provides them with tools for lifelong success. Children who learn to communicate effectively are more likely to form healthy relationships, handle conflicts constructively, and build self-esteem. Parents and educators can encourage children to practice empathy, listen actively, and use I statements. Role-playing scenarios can also help children practice responding to different social situations, preparing them to navigate challenges with confidence. The power of self-reflection in communication. Improving our communication skills also involves self-reflection. By examining our reactions, we can better understand our internal triggers and biases. Practicing mindfulness and journaling are powerful tools for self-reflection. For instance, if a comment upsets us, instead of reacting immediately, we might ask ourselves, "Why did that bother me?" This reflection can reveal personal insecurities or unresolved issues, helping us respond more constructively in future conversations. Conclusion: communication as a lifelong skill. Constructive communication is not an innate skill. It's something we cultivate over time. By practicing empathy, active listening, and assertiveness, we can transform our interactions and build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. While misunderstandings will always occur, the skills we develop enable us to bridge those gaps with grace and understanding. Thank you for joining us on Insight-Nexus-News. I hope this exploration of constructive communication offers you practical tools to strengthen your relationships and approach interactions with a deeper sense of empathy. Remember, small changes in how we listen and respond can have a profound impact on our connections with others. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this report valuable, and stay tuned for more insights from Insight Nexus. Until next time, I'm Desrin.